Hey everyone. So for this week, I'm going to be going over obviously the three papers from Ivan, Paige, and Dylan, and I am going to take my time to highlight their strengths and see if I can hopefully provide some accurate or helpful improvements to them. Okay, so first off, we have Ivan's paper. So I really enjoyed reading it. I thought it was very interesting. So I think your biggest, how would I clarify this? For Ivan, I would say that your biggest strength is the clarity and focus that you have in your paper. So your thesis was very well defined, and it really connected well into the main argument. And the entire time as I was reading, the writing itself felt consistent and it was really easy to go along with. And the sources that were there were really, were very easy to kind of help understand, like some context, if that's right. But so um, for some improvement, I would just say that I think that you could dig a little bit deeper into like your analysis and your own interpretation, because I did feel like it did feel somewhat like a summary of what the research was. Like an example could just be like how renewable energy developments could specifically impact economic or social systems, which I believe could add a bit more depth to what you're talking about. And then obviously, and I just think maybe a few transitions between each section, like your transitions are good, but I think they could be smoothed out a bit more just to help the paper flow. But honestly, overall, it's very strong and I really enjoyed it. Okay, so now moving on to Paige's essay. I got a very strong, empathetic, and I felt like it was very well-rounded. It was very nice. You were able to balance out your facts with your emotion, and the insight that you gave personally made it feel a lot more genuine as an essay. The organization you did was clear. Was The organization you did was clear, and I feel like you handled it with, you did. I liked how well you were clear the entire time with your essay. And then for some improvement, I would just say strengthen your tone, like for an academic tone, and with your language a bit, because some phrases could be more formal, because I did feel like it was a bit lax. Because the amount of research that was there was very good, but I think maybe some more formal writing could have made it a bit, would have just added more to the research that was there. And some of the paragraphs were a bit long, but I think if you maybe just cut them down into smaller sections, I think that would help more. But other than that, it was very solid, and just maybe polish up the style for later on. And now finally for Dylan. So your essay was very technical, and I thought it was very thoroughly made. Your argument, the entire structure was very well. You obviously did good research for it, and you integrated your data and credible sources well. And then your organization also made the essay very easy to follow, because at first I tried understanding it, I didn't really understand it, and then as I kept reading, kind of made a bit more sense. And then for improvement, I would just say maybe varying up your sentences. So there are some long sentences I think that could be split up, because I feel like they're a bit run on, or that could just kind of smooth out your writing. And then I think if you maybe added just like this is my opinion, but maybe if you add like a small discussion towards the end, kind of like you talk to the reader, something like that. Other than that, it had strong depth, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you.